Clara had 72 hours before the journey that would erase her existence, and she had no plan except to survive. They moved her to a different location on the 8th day, keeping her blindfolded throughout the drive. When they finally removed the cloth from her eyes, she found herself in a small boys' quarters behind what looked like an abandoned house. The security was lighter here, with only 2 guards who rotated shifts every 12 hours. They gave her more food now because Gloria wanted her looking healthy for the journey. The girls were being shipped out through the ports in the south, hidden in cargo containers with other trafficked women heading to Libya. Sick or malnourished girls drew unwanted attention from Gloria's contacts on the other side, who paid good money for healthy workers. Clara watched the guards carefully during those 3 days. The older one was strict and never let his attention wander, but the younger one got careless on his night shifts. He scrolled through his phone for hours and sometimes dozed off around 3 in the morning. On the second night, Clara noticed he had left the bathroom window slightly open to let out smoke from his cigarettes. It was small, but Clara was slim enough to fit through if she could reach it. The night before her flight, Clara waited until she heard the young guard's breathing become heavy and regular. Her hands shook as she pushed the bathroom window wider, trying not to make any sound. The metal frame creaked once and she froze completely, but the guard didn't stare. She pulled herself up and squeezed through the narrow opening, scraping her arms and legs on the rough edges. The drop to the ground was higher than she expected and she landed hard on her ankle, but swallowed the cry of pain that tried to escape. She ran without knowing where she was going, limping on her injured ankle through dark streets that all looked the same. Behind her, she heard shouting as the guards discovered her escape. Car engines roared to life and headlights swept across the roads. Clara ducked into a market that had just closed, crawling under tables and hiding behind stacks of empty crates. The guards' voices came closer and she pressed herself against the ground, not breathing, not moving, praying they wouldn't find her. Hours passed before she dared to move again. Dawn was breaking when she finally crawled out from her hiding place. The market traders were beginning to arrive, and she must have looked terrible, because an older woman selling clothes immediately asked if she was all right. Clara broke down and begged the woman to help her call her parents. The woman took her inside her shop and let her use a phone while giving her water and bread. Her father answered on the first ring, his voice hoarse from days of no sleep. Clara could barely speak through her tears, but managed to tell him she was alive and gave him the woman's address. Her parents arrived 7 hours later, having asked for directions multiple times to find the address Clara had given them. Clara's mother couldn't stop crying and holding her while her father kept thanking the woman who had helped his daughter.